Hello everyone and welcome! In today's video, I'm having a look at the new RocHobby Magnum 1/18 scale ready-to-run RC truck. This affordably priced rig looks to be yet another great model from RocHobby. I'll be doing a full in-depth unboxing and overview of this truck, as well as taking it for a test drive. So let's go ahead and dive right in. If you've seen some of my prior reviews featuring trucks from FMS such as the Chevy K10 or Toyota Hilux, this model will be very familiar as it rides on a seemingly identical chassis, though of course the body is all new and it sure looks promising. While not officially licensed, this is a very good replica of an original Ford F-Series pickup. This one looks close to a 1948 through 1950 model. Like many other models from FMS and RocHobby, a detailed manual is included and it will be especially helpful for beginner hobbyists. This truck comes fully ready to run, only requiring 4 AAA batteries for the transmitter. It's shipped in a reusable styrofoam package, which is great if you like to travel with your RCs. And here we can get our first look at the Magnum. What a great looking model right out of the box. I love that color too. Some great looking details throughout, including many chrome parts, a working tailgate, functional lights, and color matched wheels. An interior, although minimalist, is included as well. A great opportunity for the custom builder to add some door panels and additional painted detail. This is a plastic injection molded hardbody that feels rigid without being too heavy. Good enough to just stick on the shelf as is, or tear down and do an epic custom build. The Ford fans will surely appreciate this model. Now for the absolute scale nerds such as myself, I'm sure you're wondering what the true scale of the body is. Now again, in the RC world, this is listed as a 1/18 scale model. However, the true scale of the body, when comparing various dimensions to a full-size F-Series cab, depending on which part you measure, seems to be about 1/14 to 1/15 scale. If the true scale of the body is important to you, there you go. It looks pretty good parked next to some other 1/18 scale RC models, but it also looks a little off next to some others. Of course, that's just the world of RC for you. Scale is sort of relative, I guess. Flipping the truck over, underneath you'll find the familiar solid axle with 4-link setup as seen on many other FMS products. Also, some pretty soft and somewhat bouncy friction shocks are installed as well. Let's be real, nobody's really buying this strictly for performance, so what's here should be more than adequate for the average buyer. There do seem to be some parts out there for those who want to make their truck a bit more capable. Under the hood is where the battery goes, and you can see a couple of electronics as well. Speaking of the battery, a 2S LiPo is included for the truck, along with a USB charger for it, and a wheel wrench. The included transmitter will be very familiar to many FMS or RocHobby owners, very basic but a perfectly suitable ready-to-run transmitter. Powering on the truck for the first time, we can see the functional lights. Both the headlights and taillights work, but as in the case with some other RocHobby models, the taillights only illuminate when reversing. I'm hoping that tech we saw on the RocHobby People's Car with illuminating taillights when the brakes are actually engaged makes its way onto other RocHobby models in the future, as it's cool to see the brake lights working properly. Regardless of that minor nitpick though, still a very cool addition to have lights at all, especially for a budget-priced ready-to-run model. All that's left to do now is get out on the trails. No surprise, this rig is a lot of fun to drive. I know a lot of people might prefer the high-performance crawlers, but personally I really enjoy the extra challenge of carefully selecting your route through the woods from point A to point B and trying to make the journey without any intervention. Every line has to be picked carefully as this is a true trail truck. If you're lucky enough to have access to some nice terrain, such as what you see here, that's suitable for this kind of vehicle, it really is a joy to drive around. It slow crawls pretty well, and its top speed is roughly a walking pace, maybe a little faster. You could take this truck out while hiking on some trails as long as they aren't very challenging and you don't wish to go too fast. The transmitter does have two speed settings, both a slower climbing mode and a normal faster mode. It's not a proper 2-speed gearbox like with some other vehicles I've showcased, simply the slower setting limits the maximum amount of throttle. The truck works very well right out of the box, and there's no reason you couldn't build this truck into a more capable crawler if you wanted to. Just taking off the bumpers will help make this truck a bit more capable, as they do seem to like to get caught up on things. One of the best looking trucks yet from RocHobby. I feel like a broken record with these FMS and RocHobby reviews, but it truly is nice to have a major manufacturer that seriously understands and builds vehicles for the die-hard scale RC enthusiasts. They just get it right when it comes to great looking trucks with suitable electronics at a very reasonable cost. If you're a die-hard scale truck enthusiast, and especially if you're a Ford fan, this is one you'll definitely want to consider adding to your collection. Whether you plan to leave it stock or would like it as an affordable base for a custom build, I don't think you'll be disappointed with this model. If you'd like to order one of these for yourself, I have included the links below in the description. As always, thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.